All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow, and we're going to talk about ARK Invest, IPOB, and how it's switching over to Opendoor. What does ARK Invest have to do with this? ARK Invest has been buying this all throughout the moments as it was rising and dipping and leading to this point. So I have a little snapshot of a little bit before this actually officially was going to merge with Opendoor. A lot of it was speculation before, and then it finally became official. I made a video as it was rising up, and that same Monday, the next day, that IPO merger, which IPOB and Opendoor merger, was finally announced and confirmed. So I finally saw the article and I went back and read through it. I wanted to see how the stock was going to react leading up towards the merger. And here we are seeing the results of this running, and it's officially going to be Opendoor now. It's official. Now, I wanted to wait closer to the time due to the fact that a lot of times these announcements and these articles, which just came out 7 days ago, they come out and then there's a hiccup. There's something going on, that went wrong or something. So far right now, it's looking, based off the chart, that it's working that way towards the merger. It's actually going to happen. And we're getting closer to the dates, and I wanted to fill you guys in with all the information so far. So there's two ways that this could go. Keep on running towards the merger and hit a peak and then start to cool off, right? And I don't think the cooling off is going to be by much. I think this is going to run up and cool off and end up somewhere in the happy middle of it all, or kind of close to this peak or somewhere in the middle of this all, right? But not close to these lows or anything like that. And that could possibly be an opportunity. It all depends. You have to do your due diligence and research. I'm not here to tell you when to buy, sell, or hold, but it's something to watch how this stock is going to react once the merger happens. Or it's going to continue to run because there is potential here. There is room for growth, and probably the stock is looked at as an undervalued stock. And if ARK Invest continues to do these large orders that they've been doing in such short time, this is going to probably continue to run. Even if it's not just ARK Invest, there's going to be a lot of other institutional investors jumping in on this. Because once the merger is official, it either attracts more investors or it makes certain investors get out, take their portion, and get back in a later time. So we need to watch what's going to happen. Right now, it is running towards the merger. We need to see if it continues running after the merger or if it's actually going to cool off a little bit. Less speculation, less hype, and probably an opportunity for a long-term opportunity, because this has a lot of potential. And I did a whole video on it before this actually was released, and I go into more detail about it in that video. Unless I did the video with this, but I don't recall seeing this. I don't recall seeing this article at all from my expectations and my knowing. But let's sit here and look at this. So the last day for it to trade on the New York Stock Exchange is December 18th. That lands on Friday. Friday is the last day. And it's going to stop being trading under IPOB, and it's going to trade, right, beginning on the 21st under the new ticker symbol OPEN, or the Opendoor Technologies common stock. So that is on the 21st. That's a week from now. We need to see how it runs or acts leading up towards it. I think a lot of speculation, hype, and excitement and hope is running this stock, and we're going to have to see how it starts reacting towards the end of the year, because we're going to have almost 2 weeks towards the end of the year to see what's going on. But this has a lot of room for growth. If you see the different companies I compared it to, and one of them was Zillow, obviously they're not completely the same, but they're both competing in the same sector. And I go over a little bit of things and definitely go over everything as much as I can detail. So I'm going to put that video and the link down below. But it's finally official. I know it came out 7 days ago, and I just wanted to be sure about it. The chart is showing that it's official. There's no hiccups so far, and it continues to run in that direction. It looks like we are going into the Opendoor official listing, right? It's going to be open. So pretty interesting stuff. You can see it in the chart. And here is the information about ARK Invest. So ARK Invest back on, let's see here, the 4th, right, to the 11th. We're going to look at this. This is literally, if you just want to look at it here based off the calendar, this is 1 week span. We're going to look at this closely. And you're going to see how much their investment grew as well. So IPOB, I remember seeing it down here when they started jumping in on it. I don't have any of those files right now. I guess I deleted them, but you can see it's been moving up, and you're going to see that in just a second also to the newest one. So this was the 4th, and they were at 2,624,247 shares at a value of about 56 million. Let's just round that down. I mean, it's closer to 57, but just to say a full number, 56 million. They upped their position from 624, right? Because they're still in the 2 millions, by 170,000 shares, basically. It was like 166, but let's just say 170,000. They're now at 2,790,354 shares, and they're at a value now of basically 71 million. It's about to be 71 million. It's like half 100,000, like 50,000 away, right? So if you look at that in just 1 week, how much their portfolio they added to and how much their value has grown. So if we go back, right, to the 4th, the 4th was here. I can imagine they bought somewhere here. So they bought at around maybe 25. Let's just say 25 to make it even higher. If we do the calculations, right, of how many shares they bought at $25, right, and they went up from 2.624 to 2.790. That right there is, like I said, let's erase that, 170,000 shares. I rounded up. It's 166 to be closer, but just rounding it up. That was their total investment, right? The rest is all gains. So when you do the math from 56, they basically made 10 million in 1 week from that investment. And I don't think they're stopping there. Also, IPOB went from 30 all the way to 26 on the listings of their ARK Invest ETF here of ARKW. So I think they are going to continue to rise up their, how can I say it? Well, I always say it, but I'm losing train of thought here. No, they're actually going to go ahead. What I could see here is they're going ahead and they're going to get a larger stake. They're going to continue to get a larger stake on this one. If it cools off, I want to pay close attention to what ARK Invest is going to do. Are they going to sell after the merger, right? Are they trying to just ride this hype? Or are they going to buy in more when it goes down? That's going to be one of the key indicators, that they don't sell a single share and that they buy more when it goes down. That is the largest indicator to let us know that this stock is going to be a stock that they're trying to make their portfolio grow anywhere from 2 to 5 times its value. And the possibilities are there because of the fact that ARK Next Generation Internet ETF holds the majority of their highest valued stocks and also the majority of the values up above 100 million. Like they have 15 above 100 million and they have a few coming up towards it. And if you look at Zillow is here. So social capital turning into Opendoor is a big thing. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. I'm going to put the link down below where I talked about everything else with Opendoor previously in the previous video, which I talked about it on that weekend. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and informative. I'm going to put the link down below so you guys can check out that video where I talk about everything about Opendoor and I compare it to Zillow and so forth. and I go into more details about how the company works and stuff and why it was a big deal. And there's a lot of room here for this to continue to grow. We're going to continue to watch how ARK Invest either rebalances their sheet here with IPOB once it turns into open, which will be OPEN, or if they continue to add on shares and not sell a single one and continue to make that market value of that section of their portfolio on ARKW continue to grow. But the fact that it's in this particular ETF, it says a lot. The next generation internet ETF are the ones that they are the most bullish. Well, they're bullish about all of them, but this is like their biggest portfolio per se. And it's the one with like the lowest value that they bought these shares for, and they're worth the most. Like, they are not playing around with this ETF. So the fact that it's there, I think this is going to be a game changer in the real estate agency and industry. I go into all details about that in that video. I highly encourage you guys to check it out, and I hope that this video was helpful and informative. If you're a first-time viewer, an investor, and you've never came across this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share it with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.